this happens to the rich because they...
We got Shamrock FC 340. Are you kidding me? They're up to number 340? You gotta be joking. Oh, yes! Abu Dhabi's on the streaming site. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna make 2 batches of Dino Trax, maybe 3. I think it's actually gonna be 3, and have 5 stories. So it's gonna be 1 story Dino Trax, 2nd story Dino Trax, 3rd story Dino Trax. Okay, now so I gotta do this first. This is my front door from the inside. Scan that. Come in. This, I don't know what to do with, but it's kind of like a landing page. A landing, you know. Come in, put my bag there. Got my Photoshop laptop attached to the TV so I could watch movies here. Or UFC. Really, it's UFC. I don't watch movies that much. This is my Master Luki scoring system for Nerf guns. The rest of the guns are in this bag over here. Take that to my parents' house tomorrow. Library, papers, various things. The job library. I don't know. Tchotchkes. Very loud speaker. Okay. Cables down there and DVDs. Here's my setup. This is where I do the whatchamacallit, Streamlabs. You know, when I got the green screen back there. This I have to go through, put away, but I'll give you just the view here. Setup. Got a lot of stuff I don't need, but green screen, living room, front door. It's my bedroom in here, and that's the bathroom. So this is the main room. It's like the music area. Big couch, library, and computer area. So, let me do a story, and then I'll start making the tracks. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm excited I get to see my sons tomorrow. Oh man, I feel like I'm missing out on their life, man. Seeing them once every 2 weeks. That's not a father-son relationship. Fuck my fucking life. Olympic official reveals pathway for Master Luki's return into his kid's life as a custodian. Russian and Belarusian athletes are currently banned across a variety of sports. There will inevitably be a desire for Russian athletes to return to international sporting competitions, and potential steps are being taken in that direction, according to the chair of the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, Suzanne Lyons. Russian and Belarusian athletes have been banned from international events in a wide variety of sports following a recommendation at the end of February from the International Olympic Committee because of the conflict in Ukraine. Whoops. Londos. Don't start with me. I'm not in the fucking mood. They've been banned from international events. Blah, 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 blah. The IOC and its president, Thomas Bach, have repeatedly defended the recommendation, claiming it partly serves to protect the athletes from supposed hostility they would face outside of their home countries. Really? I don't buy it. Russian officials have condemned the bans, calling them discriminatory, true, and contrary to the principle of sport being outside politics. Also true. The head of the Russian Olympic Committee, ROK, Stanislav Pozdnyakov said this week that the IOC and the West had already realized that they were at a dead end with their sporting sanctions and that they would inevitably have to be lifted. Dead end. American Olympic official Lyons gave an insight into potential change of tune from the IOC in a conference call shared by Reuters on Thursday. We know that they're beginning to think about whether there's a pathway back for the athletes. They're beginning to reach out to all of their stakeholders to get input on that topic. I think we all feel that the individual athletes shouldn't be the victims of whatever their government politics or other tensions there are around the world. Inevitably, there will be a desire to see athletes that happen to reside in Russia come back and be part of competition. But the timing and what that looks like is to be determined. So this is a non-article. This is like you're making a sale and the person says, I'll think about it. What are the chances of you actually doing something if your answer is, I really want to start planning. I really want to start thinking about planning to actually possibly do something, maybe. That's what this article is like. Oh, yeah, it sucks that fucking Russian athletes are shit out of luck. And we really should actually start to think about probably trying to get them back in the games. Let's think about that for a second. We'll get back to you. You fuckers. All right. Well, yeah, I'm embarrassed. I've been trying to do fasting, and it looks like I'm going to have to start again on Monday. Tonight I'm going to be making Dino Trax. That's buckwheat. Tomorrow I'm going to be making pizza bread with my sons, Dino bread. So I'm going to put this. This is soaked quinoa. I'm going to put this in this container right here. Yeah, Sir Doyle, he's going to try to get here on Tuesday. I had to help my dad with something today, and then I had to clean the gym. So I didn't get a chance to host Sir Doyle. Alright, that's the angle we're gonna have to use. Alright, so it smells like I don't know. I don't know what it smells like. Nothing now. Alright, so I'm going to just put this open end all the way in. And then I'm going to pull the rest out. And then hopefully it won't spill. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Rinse this out. It's probably going to be a minute before I do laundry again, so I'll just air dry this. I'll probably use it again before I wash it. It's just holding seeds, man. All this germophobia, washing your hands when you fucking, I don't know. Washing your hands is a good idea sometimes, but what I'm saying is this is, you know, I can reuse this because all it had was soap quinoa in it. Okay. Smells fresh. Now it's been a minute since I've made the Dino Trax, so I am gonna have to check the recipe. By the way, I still have this order of medical Trax. This is $150 worth of medical Dino Trax, meaning it has marijuana in it. Each one of these is a double dose. So that's $10 each. $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $50, $100, $150. This is $150 worth of marijuana Dino Trax, and here's $150 worth of pure marijuana coconut oil. So this is coconut oil that's been infused with marijuana. It dissolves on your tongue. Okay, so there's $150 here and $150 here. The person who paid me $300, this is their order. Okay, it has to be packaged and shipped. So I'm just waiting to get the address. They're already dehydrated, so it's not gonna really do much if I keep if I have them in the dehydrator while the Dino Trax are dehydrated. I might take them out, I might not. Let me just decide on that. But Dino Trax themselves is right there. Now I'm not gonna make the pizza version, I don't think. I might. Let me see what kind of onion, garlic, and oregano. Let me see if I have all those spices. Maybe I'll make one and one. I'll make one with the Italian pizza flavor. Got Italian seasoning here. Salt we're gonna need. Garlic powder. And onion powder. Okay. So we can do that. We're gonna need nutritional yeast. What else are we gonna need up here? Apple cider vinegar. And that should do it as far as that. Now we're gonna get this and we're gonna put the buckwheat in here. Okay. Okay. Now the buckwheat I soaked yesterday and drained last night. So they really haven't even been sprouting because the soaking doesn't count as the sprouting. You soak it for, 6 to 12 hours, and then you sprout it after that. Once you soak them, the enzyme inhibitors are deactivated, so then they can sprout, and you just have to keep them moist. So they haven't even really been sprouting for 24 hours. It's probably about 24 hours right now, because this is about the time after I finished streaming last night. This is about the time when I strained them right before I went to bed. So they've been sprouting about 24 hours, and I'll take the camera down and come in close so you can see that they actually are sprouting already. They actually are sprouting already. Check this out. You can see the little tails, right? The little tails popping up. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so this is Dino Trax. Master Luki original recipe based on the teachings of Dr. David Jubb and the recipes I learned from him from 2006 all the way to 2013 when I became certified not only as a life food chef but also what the native calls a medicine person, which is not just cooking the food, but teaching the people, the person or whoever, how to heal themselves. So the food, you can have a honeymoon period where you have an improvement of your symptoms just by the simple fact of getting rid of all the stuff that really caused the condition. And that's achieved on a life food certified menu. But then to really heal, you have to go back in and actually clean the organs out. And that doesn't happen just by eating. It's actually a specific cleansing process that I'm now certified to guide somebody through. And, we say you can heal any condition. Our natural state is health. We're supposed to be healthy, we're not supposed to be sick. And so when you learn how to clean yourself out, you can heal any condition. Chia, including heart disease, including cancer, including diabetes, including depression, anxiety, high blood pressure, arthritis. Did I say arthritis yet? Chia. Okay, now I ran out of chia, it looks like. So what I will have to do for the next batch is use flax. And flax is, I don't know that it's a superfood, Honestly, I can't claim that flax is a superfood because I'm not sure. I know chia is. I've heard it called the most powerful seed on earth in actuality. But alas, I have run out of chia. Let me just make sure in the cupboard here. Nope, only flax. Alright, well, we'll make do. In a recipe, chia and flax do the exact same thing as far as sucking up moisture and holding together a batter or a dough. They call it a flax egg. Same thing that egg would do in a recipe, you can do with flax seed. Third of a cup apple cider vinegar. Okay, 3/2 of a cup H2O. So, oh geez, I'm running out of water. Alright, no, I'm good. So here's a half. We got 1, 2, 3. 3/2 of a cup. 1/2 cup nutritional yeast. Okay, I'm running out of yeast, so that's all I'm going to put in that one. And now we got the bicarb and the salt. So here's the bicarb. It says 1/2 teaspoon. This little thing is a 1/4 teaspoon, so 2 of those is a 1/2. Whoop. It's a little much. And then the salt. It says 2 teaspoons. Here's my teaspoon measure. 1, 2. Okay? Easy. That's the easy recipe right there. You know? So now put this on the blender top here. Put the top on the blender. And let's see here. So like this. Where's the moss? Oh, 1/2 cup moss. I knew there was something missing. What the heck? Can't make this recipe without moss. Come on, man. Irish moss gel. This is the top secret only Life Food Certified chef knows about. Top secret ingredient that no raw vegan chef knows about. They use cashew, fucking banana, and all this other bullshit. Batter tastes good. Okay. So, I'm going to use my kitchen table to do the spreading. Quinoa over here. This over here. Water over here. Put it off to the side. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly, each blender, full blender, is two full dehydrator sheets. If I recall correctly. So, there's two right there. What I'm doing off camera right here is just scraping the tamper, also known as the plunger. I'm scraping it into the carafe or the blender top, you know, the pitcher of the blender. I'm not going to turn the camera around because I'm already deep into this activity and I'll just get it done. It's not sexy, it's just, actually it is kind of sexy because the tamper is quite phallic in shape. Yeah, buddy. So, two Teflex sheets. And I will eyeball them to be somewhat even. What do you think? They're pretty close. The one further from me, it looks like it might have, like, I don't know, a tiny bit more. What do you think? Are they even or did I fuck up? Alright, now get my spatula, spread, do another, yeah, I think they're pretty even, to be honest. Not exact, but I can't figure out which one's higher. Can you? Maybe this one is a little more. Let's see how they spread. Let's see how they spread. Now, if you're doing this at home, this technique, as taught to me by David Jubb, is spreading to each corner first. You can put the batter in the middle, that's okay. But you do corner by corner. You don't spread it out from the middle and then go evenly. You go in one direction to the corner. Then you go to the next corner. In life, take this metaphor. Do one thing before you go on to the next. Okay, there's one going in the dehydrator. And turning the dehydrator on. Boom. Okay, next. See, what I do is, because I'm righty, I'm pulling it to myself, you know, so my hand's coming in like this. It's just the way my hand naturally falls, but then I can go this way. See, and then I'm drawing back to pulling it in again on that side. Next corner. Okay. Pull it back in to the corner. Yeah, it might be slightly thicker than the last one, but it's good enough. When this becomes a nation and worldwide product, it will be measured exactly. We'll have like one of those machines that squirts out the exact amount, and I don't know, maybe we'll still spread it by hand. But this as a worldwide product will actually save the environment, because the pumpkin seeds, the chia seeds, and the buckwheat all are crops that rehabilitate the soil. If you want to learn more about regenerative agriculture, watch the first half of a movie called Kiss the Ground. You don't have to watch the second half, because they actually talk about grass-fed beef, which it can't feed a global population, and then there's also the human health risks. It's not sustainable. Sorry for all you grass-fed beef eaters. It's not sustainable. Hey, Grady Matt. My man, my mother clucking man. We got Dino Trax in the news, bro. I also like the screen streaming. Is that the right word? Screen sharing. But tonight I'm making tracks, so I got to use the phone. Ukraine issues judo threat. We challenge Joe Biden to a match. Our world leader versus your world leader. Could you imagine? Joe Biden versus this guy? Holy. Even if they were the same age, I think this guy would beat Biden. Just based on the simple fact that he actually trains. He's a black belt. That's not an honorary black belt. I think he's a legit black belt. I mean, you know, look at this girl. Holy. She got a freaking jaw. Sheesh. She's got a jaw that puts Wei Li to shame. Ukraine has vowed a boycott in the event of Russian participation at the 2022 World Judo Championships. Wow, talk about a bitch move. Man, every day I am more and more against Ukraine. I'm sorry. If you're Ukrainian, I'm not against you as a person. I just think that your leadership is in league with the wrong people, man. I believe that anybody who is backed by the Western mainstream media is actually globalist scum, including Zelensky. He's the type of person that wants to put the you-know-what in your arm. They think they're above us. We're like cattle. Tagged, branded and tagged to be kept track of. We're not smart enough to take care of ourselves. We got to have somebody monitor us 24/7, inside and out. You scumbag Illuminati trash! But I wish Putin and Zelensky got into a real fight and Putin kicked his butt. Wait, hold on a second. There's something I want to hear or see. Here we go.
More of an advantage than the others, but again, everyone in this bracket is just extremely talented, so there could be an upset at any time.
And for Kennedy, having a coach and a dad who is a multiple-time ADCC.
This is the
that, defeated
the bracket release for the Abu Dhabi Combat Club, which is the World Championships in submission grappling. Combat Club, which is tomorrow. So I'm gonna put this in the description of the video, and I'll also put it in the chat. So if you wanna watch, oh shit.
Guys like Mika Galvao in his division, he's got a whole list of other guys gunning for that title.
Yeah, that's right. And another couple names that pop out, obviously.
Put that on mute for now. Ukraine will boycott the 2022 World Judo Championships set for Uzbekistan if the Russians are allowed to compete in any capacity. That is such a bitch move. I'm sorry, guys. If you're Ukrainian, I know this is not representative of you as a person, but this is just the typical take your ball and go home bitch move. I know the Ukrainian judokas want to compete, and they don't care if it's against Russians or not. This is the kids being in the middle of a divorce, is what it is. The kids can't play because the parents hate each other. Oh, man. Unlike a variety of other sports, the International Judo Federation has not issued a blanket ban on Russians in the wake of the Ukrainian conflict, allowing them to compete as neutrals under the organization's banner. Okay, so they can fight, but they can't claim Russian citizenship. The IJF did, however, cancel its tournaments in Russia and stripped Russian leader Vladimir Putin, a famous judo enthusiast, of his status as the organization's honorary president. Wow. Oh. According to the Ukrainian Judo Federation, Russians are cleared as neutrals for the World Championships held in Tashkent. Where is Tashkent? Turkestan. What? Oh, Uzbek. Tashkent is the capital of Uzbekistan. Small. Sheesh. Wow. I really don't know this part of the world, but look at that. You got Russia, Kazakhstan. No wonder some of these Russians look Mongolian. Look how close they are to China. Holy. Russia's like right, and they're basically the same area. Russia and China is the same freaking area. China's just a little south. And they're right close to Afghanistan, India. Holy, look at this. Uzbek, right in the middle, though. Uzbekistan, right in the middle of all these countries. Okay. If this information is true and this is the final decision, we will boycott this event. They noted that it already sent an appeal to the International Judo Federation to block Russian and Belarusian judoka from international tournaments. Wow. Even more bitch move. Now they're complaining. But don't let them play. Don't let them. Wow. They carried out a similar boycott at a World Cup event in Mongolia in June after Russians were cleared to compete as neutrals. A similar situation is playing out in the combat sport Sambo, where Ukraine is boycotting the European Championships in Serbia because of Russian participation under neutral status. Russian Sambo officials responded by describing the situation as disappointing and repeating their calls for politics not to interfere with sport. Well, that is a very politically correct answer from Russia. I will put it a little more not so political. I will put it not so politically correct, and I will say that this is a bitch move from Ukraine, and it's typical of the modern the modern weak estrogen dominant snowflake attitude of many people on social media and the West in particular. People, they can't stand up for themselves, which, you know, I have a problem with myself. I'm not degrading you as a person. I'm talking about the behavior being a bitch move. You can't fight your own battle, so you have to complain. You have to, try to manipulate people. And when push comes to shove, you're going to take your ball and go home because you can't solve your own problems. Oh. That's not the attitude of a real martial artist. And you know what, Ukraine? I'm glad you're not competing on the world stage because your athletes probably suck. If that's the way their teachers act, they can't be a good fighter. Sorry. going on here?
Beautiful high Trax fireman carry.
Here we go, looking for heel exposure is Paolo Miao. Bring that exposure, hips coming clean off the back. He's got that leg entanglement. Rostam really having a fight here, and he gets the tap.
Oh, and great choice. That's the submission. How he used his little passing skill to Orlando Jam. Oh, Rodriguez gets the big man to his back. Oh, my God.
All right. So did they announce any brackets yet, Matt? I want to know who's fighting who and in what order. Okay, so let's go back. What do we got? 1, 2, 3 more stories, but I only have. Actually, yeah, no, never mind. My phone dropped. My ex is texting me about tomorrow. Also, Zachary needs a queen-sized bed. New, not used. Can you afford to get him one? I'll look into it. My next paycheck is in 2 weeks. I'll have maybe 500. Probably less, but my son needs a queen-size bed. New, not used, she says. Can you afford to get him one? Jeez. Well, there goes his birthday money. A little in between promos, they announced some fights. Oh, man. I'm missing it.
Don't worry about exposing that right elbow too much. If Lefty decides to underhook that and grab his wrist.
Is he going to force him back to the mat here?
All right. I'll just leave that on in the background. And I'll make another batch of tracks. Now, I do like to start with a clean blender. So let me just quickly rinse this one out. I don't know, it's neater. Fuck! Alright, this is pissing me off now. This fucking thing. Hello? Alright. Don't fall off, please. Okay, close enough. Okay. Great. Okay. Wait until she asks for college money. Yeah. That's a good one. Okay, now we're gonna go right from the beginning. 4 cups buckwheat. Okay. 3 cups pumpkin seeds. That's 2. Three. All right. Next, half cup Irish moss. That's actually a little less than half cup. So I'm gonna have to go into my fridge here, get my other container of moss. Okay. Close enough. All right. Chia we don't have, so we're gonna go with the flax. Don't get the flax meal, guys. If you get flax meal, you're buying old. You're buying rancid fat. Flax has to be fresh ground because the fats are unstable. And the flax meal that you buy, because the milling process that they use to turn it into meal, because it heats the flax up so much, it destroys the essential fats, which is the major benefit of flax. It's got these omega-3 fats, but they're very fragile. So you have to get the fresh, the unground flax and then grind it yourself and grind it fresh. Okay? Next, 1/3 of a cup apple cider vinegar. Okay, now we got 3/2 of a cup water. There's 1, 2, 3. 1/2 cup yeast, which is all that. Adding bicarb. 1/2. 2 teaspoons salt. I'm flying through this right now. 1, 2. Now we're gonna go 1 tablespoon onion powder. One tablespoon, that's this right here. Okay, now this onion powder just soaks up the moisture and gets, oh jeez, hold on. It's like a rock in the bottom. I'll break it up. 1 tablespoon onion powder. 1 tablespoon oregano, but I'm gonna use Italian seasoning because I want to see the difference. Ooh, that might be better. Ooh, that's really good. And then 1 teaspoon garlic. We don't want the garlic to take over, so we're gonna put a teaspoon in there. Maybe a tiny bit more. Who doesn't like garlic? And that's it. We got everything else. Now it's time to blend. Let me just straighten out this camera stand. Flax is actually a little thicker. Made the batter thicker. Okay. 2 more trays.
This is the biggest Super Bowl of all time. This is the biggest ABC of all time. Great Vegas, tough capital.
Smells good. I think I like that. I mean, I'll have to wait to taste it, but when it's a finished product, but that Italian seasoning instead of the oregano, that might be the move. Definitely smells good. Instead of just the oregano, it does have oregano in it, but it also has, I believe, thyme, parsley. I'm not sure what else, but it's working for me. Let me taste it out of the blender. I'm gonna scrape the blender. Get like a spoonful. Okay, very good. Very, very good. I like it a lot. Alright, now we're gonna spread. Now finish up the news. I gotta pack my bags for tomorrow. I'm babysitting at 8:30, and then babysitting from 8:30 to 10:30, and then picking up my kids at 11. So I'm gonna have to leave the house at 8:30 with everything already packed in the car. Okay. There's one. Okay. Are peanuts live food certified? No. Peanuts is a legume.
Gordon's confidence level is at an all-time high. What happened in their training room? Who knows? But I think
Peanuts are not a live food. No, they're actually a bean. They're not a nut. Did you know that? Did you know that peanut is not a nut at all? It's actually a legume, and therefore is indigestible to the human animal. Because we're not herbivores. So we can't digest that stuff. Just like we can't digest grains and grasses and cellulose. So all these people thinking that, oh, they're going to eat kale. Not a food for humans. Now, I do eat kale occasionally. And I do eat things which technically are not our ideal food. For example, cilantro. Great flavor. It's actually eco-sterilizing to the gut. Green makes clean. Green makes clean. Here we go. Let's take a look here. You guys watching this? What happened to the guy who wanted to fight you? What do you think? Come on, Londos. You know how it goes, man. Sometimes they show up and they never come back. Sometimes they don't even show up, bro. But you knew that was a prank, don't you?
thank you to Mo Jassim, thank you to Seth Daniels, thank you to Sean Fowler for putting this on. This is going to be the biggest and most historic event in grappling history. ADCC 2022 is here. Here we go. My man Mike Grigsby is going to tell you all about it. Here we go. Thank you, guys.
I don't think I can show that because it's not my channel. Alright, so let me finish the news though. Tyron Woodley, I fight with KSI, he'll get effed up playing with me. Tyron Woodley's ready to give the people what they want. A fight between the future UFC Hall of Famer and YouTube star turned boxer KSI. Some backstory. KSI blasted out a poll to his 8 million Twitter followers asking a simple question. Would you like to see me fight T. Wood, Dylan Dennis, Slim, or Dr. Mike in January? I don't know who any of those guys are besides Tyron Woodley and Dylan Dennis. Slim and Dr. Mike? Who is that? Tyron Woodley got the top score, huh? And the winner, Tyron Woodley. We asked him if he was interested. KSI, I like that he's energetic. He's all into it. He's all over the place, but he's going to get effed up playing around me. My new slogan is, don't get effed up by having me effed up. And he's had me effed up for a long time talking ish about my name. I'm not impressed with your performance. 40-year-old Woodley then sent a message directly to the YouTuber. I know you're watching because you watch everything I do. You probably was a fan of me like everyone else. If you're watching this, you want to be a fighter. You want the respect. Get the full training camp to yourself as you requested. I'll get the full training camp. January, we can get it cracking. We can get it cracking in White Castle. We can get it cracking in UK. We can get it cracking in Vegas. Which one is KSI? They're both flinching. Oh my god. This flincher versus this flincher. Holy. I don't want to see any more of this. That's a disgrace.
And her opponent from Canada, Adele Fornarino.
Ooh, Effion Davies. I like her. She got cowboy boots.
Competing from Brazil, Bia Mesquita.
Yo, this girl is jacked.
And her opponent also from Brazil, Maisa Bastos.
Uber investigating hack on its computer systems. Uber's computer network has been hacked. The ride company said it was investigating after several internal communications and engineering systems had been compromised. The New York Times first reported the breach after the hacker sent images of email, cloud storage, and code repositories to the newspaper. Uber staff were told not to use the workplace messaging app Slack. Shortly after the Slack system was taken offline, Uber employees received a message that read, "I announce I am a hacker and Uber has suffered a data breach." It appeared that the hacker was later able to gain access to other internal systems, posting an explicit photo on an internal information page for employees. Uber said it was in touch with authorities about the breach. Uber pays a subscription fee to HackerOne, a bug bounty platform based in California. Bug bounty programs are used by a lot of big businesses. Essentially, they pay ethical hackers to identify bugs. Sam Curry, one of the bug bounty hunters, communicated with the Uber hacker. "It seems like they've compromised a lot of stuff," he said. Mr. Curry said he spoke to several Uber employees who said they were working to lock down everything internally to restrict the hacker's access. He said there was no indication that the hacker had done any damage or was interested in anything more than publicity. The New York Times reported the hacker is 18 years old, has been working on his cybersecurity skills for several years, and hacked the Uber systems because they had weak security. The person also said Uber drivers should receive higher pay. The saying goes in cybersecurity that humans are the weakest link, and once again this hack shows that it was an employee being fooled that let the criminals in. Wow. The difference today is that hackers are able to combine the gift of the gab with very sophisticated and easy to use software to make their job even easier. So how did he do it? Oh, something about Slack, I guess. He messaged them on Slack, I guess. Okay, here it is. I don't know any of these girls except Effion Davies, I heard. And I think I've heard the name Bia Mesquita. I don't know. That's cool though. 60 kg. So that's what, 130? Why the threat of a rail strike is delayed but not gone. There will be no freight railroad strike early Friday, but the threat of the strike has not gone away. The tentative deal reached early Thursday after a marathon 20-hour bargaining session between the railroads and the leaders of the engineers and conductors union means the strike that had been due to start at 12 a.m. Friday this morning will not occur. I'll read this because you're not going to be able to read this on the screen. But the agreement still needs to be ratified by rank and file union members for it to go into effect. The details of the ratification vote have yet to be set, but it's likely weeks away. Although the union's leadership described the agreement as a negotiating win, a successful ratification vote is not yet assured. Some union members appeared to criticize the deal on social media, and the union's leadership conceded that some rank and file members may be unsatisfied. We got a little bit of paid time off, but we'll live to fight another day. You know, that's part of bargaining. The president of the Brotherhood of Railroad Signalmen told CNN, when the members look at what is in the contract, I think they're going to see that the wages and extra day of paid leave is going to be beneficial to them. Sometimes you can't accomplish everything, so you come back next time. Another union deal was confident the tentative deal would be accepted. I think we got everything we could. President of the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen told CNN. And I think once our membership understands where we sit and what's in it, I think it'll ratify. Oh. One rail union has already voted no. A smaller railroad union has already voted to reject the tentative agreement. The Union of the Machinists Union, the unit of the Machinists Union that has 5,000 members working as mechanics for locomotive and track equipment and facility maintenance personnel. But that union is not preparing to go on strike immediately and instead will try to seek a new deal by the end of the month. The deal reached with the engineers and conductors could affect those negotiations. Thursday's tentative agreement for the railroad deal gives engineers and conductors much of what they were demanding. I like these union guys, man. I like these union guys because they're fighting for their members. And it's like, you know what? If you're not going to give us what we deserve, then you ain't getting what we got. Power to the people. Power to the unions. Oh boy, it's a heavyweight girl. It's Gabby Garcia. Oh man, did she get... Ooh. She looks different. Did she get surgery or... You guys see how big Gabby Garcia is? Holy. This girl is like, oh my God. Oh my God. Gabby Garcia is a monster. God bless. HGH, obviously. More than that, though. The deals give all the unions an immediate 14% raise. Whoa. And back pay dating to 2020. Total wage increases during the 5-year life of the contract came to 24%. Also gives them $1,000 cash bonuses in each of the 5 years. Together, the back pay and past bonuses will mean the average employee will get an $11,000 payment upon ratification of the contract. That's a lot of money for me. A lot of money for me. I'm gonna end the stream now. All right, guys. I'm gonna finish watching this. I want to see what the brackets are for tomorrow.
Ready from the USA, Kendall Rusing.
If you want to watch this, the Abu Dhabi Combat Club World Grappling Championships, and you need a link, talk to me. All right, send me a message. Ooh, this one's cute. Look at this girl. It's the heavyweight division, though. I think they only have 2 divisions for girls. It's like normal weight and heavyweight. I think it's 60 kgs and then over 60 kgs. I guess that's you know, that's all they got. You know, it's not a lot of females to fill out these brackets. But yeah, if you want the link, message me. What was I gonna say? This right now, what I'm watching is on YouTube. Just scroll up in the chat, and I posted the link. It's also in the description. The actual fights are tomorrow and Sunday, I think. So anyway, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good weekend, have a nice life. See you in the next one. Master Lukey over and out.